Welcome to Secrets of Stand-Up. I am so glad you're here. Wow. Last night I had an epiphany. I figured out why I have this cringy name for this channel and why I can't change it. Secrets of Stand-Up. This channel is supposed to be a secret. And this might be a cope. It might be, oh, you're just saying that because you only have 400 subscribers. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But it dawned on me. I tried following all these rules about and advice on how to grow a channel. And I talk early on when I started making these videos about how my journey through being a YouTuber, doing these videos, is very much like how I started doing comedy. I would learn as much as I could, and I would try to apply it, and I'd go through struggles. I'd have highs and lows, and wins and losses, and it was so important to me, and it still is important to me. I realized last night that I like going against the grain. What I'm doing here is intentional. This being black and white, it's intentional. I do it for a number of reasons, but the main reason is I want to be different. I want this to stand out. This channel is not for everyone. There's a lot of comics that they're not ready for massive change in their career. They don't want to put in the work. They have whatever hang-ups they have. I also am so nice where I'm calling comics on the phone after reviewing their sets. I did that for 5 hours with 3 different comics today. It's like, okay, what's this guy's angle? Why is he offering to do this for free when other people are charging money? I know that a lot of you are skeptical about me. I don't blame you. I'm unusual. And so that's how I'm going to shape the channel moving forward. The thumbnails, I'm not putting any text in them. That's where the title goes. That's what the title's for. I'm just going to pick a picture that I think represents what I'm trying to talk about and let it be like a little art gallery. Usually it's going to be some weird AI-generated image. I'm not going to do any marketing for this channel anymore. And I was doing maybe this bit, maybe this much. I was putting it in Facebook comedy groups, the pages for different scenes. I was doing it in the local one. There's probably 150 comics that I know of in there. I was doing it in the Connecticut one, and I know a lot of the comics out there. And I would see the videos, my posts, they'd get 1 or 2 likes, maybe a comment here or there. I'm not blaming them. They can do whatever they want. But I'm like, if people want to subscribe to this channel, they'll subscribe. If they want to get better, they'll take the advice. They'll start writing 10 jokes a day. All the slick thumbnails in the world and the catchy titles and all that, I'm not trying to trick somebody into liking this. I'm not trying to trick someone into getting better. You have to buy in. I made that writing 10 jokes a day, the Drew Carey advice, it was like 40 days ago. If you saw it when it came out and you did that every single day up until now, you'd have 400 new jokes. Even if 3/4 of them were bad, you'd have 100 new jokes. If you did just that much each day, that's mind-blowing. But what do comics try to do? They'll try to write 400 new jokes in a week, which means they won't write any. They'll write 5 the first day and they'll become overwhelmed. And they'll go, I can't do this. I got to work it out on stage. That's how all the pros do it. That's how all the pros do it. Dropping the mic. I don't like it when comics drop the mic on stage either. It's disrespectful. I love Chris Rock, but that's a bad thing he started. You know how much that thing costs? You know what that thing symbolizes? That's another video. But yeah, when people, I know writing 10 jokes a day is a pain in the ass. I get it. I would start it and then stop. Come on up. I would start it and then stop it. Up, jump like a big boy. I'm not going to edit this. They can sit through it. I'm giving them valuable advice. It's the least they can do. All right. I would start writing the 10 jokes a day, then I would stop, then I would pick it back up again because I would get depressed and my material wasn't working. But I can shame you into doing it. 10 jokes a day is nothing. It's literally finding 10 things that annoy you in a day. 10 things that make you go, huh? 10 things that make you go, oh, this isn't right. I bet for some of you who are chronically online, you'll write 10 statuses a day that try to be clever or funny, or 10 responses to other people's statuses, whether it's on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. You'll write 10 text messages to your friends where you're being funny. You can't do that for your own act? It reminds me of, I sell stuff on eBay, and I hate listing the items. I love going to estate sales and auctions and buying all the stuff and calculating in my head how much it's all worth and what a steal I got. I don't like ironing a piece of clothing and putting it up against a background, taking a picture, taking the measurements, filling out the information, and posting it or listing it on eBay. That's the work part. But you know what I do like? The money that I get when I sell the stuff. And that's what happens with comics a lot of time. I know you don't want to write 10 jokes a day, but you want to go up and you want to kill, don't you? You want to get those laughs. You want to fly first class. You want to do all the big clubs. But you're not willing to write 10 fucking jokes a day? Come on. Again, I'm guilty of it too. But I finally gave myself a kick in the ass. I'm like, if I'm going to make a YouTube channel, I got to do it my way. I have to do it the best that I can possibly do. And I have to do it every single day so that I'm in the rhythm of it, so that I can go to bed at night and not feel like a piece of garbage. And I know if I miss one day, it's going to be so much harder to get back into it. Take the advice. Do what I'm suggesting. Even if you just try it out and it doesn't work for you, give it a fair chance. There's some of you that have been here from the beginning. I've already seen an improvement because I've talked with you on the phone. I've seen your comments. We have more of a relationship because, like we've talked, there's one guy in Minnesota, he just did this charity event. It was maybe his 4th or 5th time ever going up. He got a check for $200. He didn't expect it. Like how amazing is that? I'm thrilled for him. And I'm like, hey, don't worry about the money right now. You still are like, you have a long way to go. You got to develop your comedic voice. You got to keep writing. But good for him. He's serious about it. Think about your day job. It could be any variety of jobs. You could be a plumber. You could be an email person that sends out marketing lists. Whatever you do. I'm sure there's stuff you don't want to do with that. But you rely on the paycheck. You got to put gas in your vehicle. You need food. You want to drink Starbucks. You want to go out and have a slow gin fizz on a Friday night. Huh? There's stuff in stand-up. You can't just go on stage and expect everybody to go, there he is. There she is, the queen of comedy. He's the prince. Oh my gosh, we've been waiting for this. I knew the genius when they said, hey, what do you want to talk about to the crowd? Think about it this way. If you were addicted to drugs, like I had a habit. I wasn't fully addicted because I would go long stretches. I was addicted to alcohol, but it's a different thing with alcohol and drugs. With drugs, when I wanted it, I didn't go, I'm not going to go get it. It's an hour and a half away. Like some people say about open mics. I didn't say, oh, it's raining out. I'm going to skip tonight. No, I'm calling people at 3:30 in the morning and go, hey, where can I get it? Do you know anybody? What do I need to do? That's how you should be about comedy. If you're really committed to this, if you're serious about it. Now, I know that you have different priorities and responsibilities, but within that world of time that you have, and if you're trying to do this full time, you have to be all out and all in. Go all out and be all in. I'm not good with catchphrases. But you have to be addicted to it. Oh, are you going to come and hang out and drink tonight? No, I'm going to an open mic. I got 10 new jokes that I want to work on. Oh, do you want to go? No. I got to make a video tonight. I got to get stuff done. And I get it. Some of you aren't ready for that. Some of you are just doing this for a hobby. That's fine. So go at your own pace. But if you want to get better, I'm laying it all out there for you. I know this stuff works. I'm going to show you how it works. The next phase of this channel will be me getting back into stand-up and utilizing everything I've told you, putting all that pressure on myself, using all the tools that I've given to you to see if I can blow up. How crazy would that be? That I come out of nowhere, I do this channel giving stand-up comedy advice, and people are like, who is this guy? He doesn't even have a real IMDb page. He's listed under like 3 different names, and he's offering to help us for free, and he doesn't have anything to sell. And then I just go away. And then I have a Netflix special. Can you imagine? I can. I'm going to tell you one final story. As comics, as human beings, we self-sabotage a lot of times. So early on, I had a comic when I first offered to go through people's sets. They sent me an email, said, hey, I really like the channel. I like what you're doing. Would you look at this? I said, absolutely, but I want to talk on the phone. So I watched it, and the reason why I like to have all the contact info and all that stuff up front is because I want to talk to them right after I watch their set. I write notes on these little note cards, and like I talked to 3 different people today, and one of them I said the wrong thing. I gave him a note on something that was from another comic's act. So it's easy to get confused. And I watched their set, and I said, all right, give me a call. And they couldn't. I'm like, all right. Probably a week went by, and they're like, hey, can you watch this part? And they were being super nice. This is not me complaining about the person in any way, shape, or form. This is me using this one person as an example. I gave them, I took something from the beginning of their act. I said, you should also do this at this point, and it'll be a callback and a tie-in, and it'll give it a shape, and it'll feel satisfying to the audience. And like, oh my God, I didn't think of that. I really appreciate that. They're very, very polite, very courteous. We never got a chance to talk. I haven't heard from the person. And the interesting thing is, maybe it's because it was free. Because I happened to run in to the guy who owns one of the local clubs. And he's like, hey, what have you been up to? And I told him I'm doing this channel. This was early on. And he said, oh, that's great. He goes, yeah, one of my clients teaches classes. as like a side thing to his comedy. And he started naming off comics. And I go, that person just contacted me. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like out of all the names you could have pulled out of a hat, that's the comic that contacted me. So I know this comic is paying someone to get instruction. And we had a disconnect when it was free. Sometimes we get in our own way. Sometimes we overcomplicate things. Or we subconsciously put other things in front of what's important to us. Use these videos. Take notes. Rewatch the ones that you like. Download them if that's possible. I might get canceled in real life and they might delete all my videos. I don't see that happening, but you don't know. I might take them down one night because I get pissy about something. I get an ego or something. You don't know what's going to happen. Take full advantage of this. And the people that these videos are meant for will see them. It's you. You're tuning in for some reason. Somehow you found this channel. Maybe another comic told you about it. Maybe it popped up in the browse features. I don't know. I don't know how any of this shit works. I have a vague idea. But I've always believed if you're good enough, people will find you. Yeah, you got to push it out there sometimes. But it's the quality that's important to me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but I'm excited. I'm excited to share with you everything I know. What I love about comedy. I talked with a ventriloquist for over 2 hours today. The stuff that she has is so good. She just needs a little direction. She needs the comedy chiropractor. Huh? A quick adjustment here and there. No. No, but I get excited talking to comics, and I can tell when people are serious. I talked to this guy in Colorado tonight. Awesome. He's been doing it 2 months, but he gets it. I talked to another guy, and I forget where he's from, but he had such an ability to analyze his own material and to say, yeah, like when I was pointing things out, he goes, yeah, I know. I went back and looked at that, and I thought the same thing. And he's like a student of it. And I know he's going to be successful. And if you do these exercises, if you at least give it a fair shot, you'll be successful too, or at least more successful than you are right now. It's not that much work. It should be fun. Hold yourself accountable. Put in the effort required for the rewards you want. The rewards are way up here. You could have a private jet. You could have multi-million-dollar homes. Comics that I didn't even start out with. They were behind me when I got to LA. They're multi-millionaires now. What are you waiting for? You may think they're riding, coasting now, but I know they put the work in. You don't just make it like that. So do at least as much effort as you would do to play a video game. That's it. Good luck finding my videos from now on, you little assholes.